Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of Gamestack Podcast. It's E3 Eve, you guys!
E3 Eve.
I'm
Pre-3, if you want to go that route too.
pre-3.
I really got a pre.
That's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one.
See what I did there? I beat you, Rick. I beat
know
you
what-
to it.
You know what grindcore band's favorite lyric is? Pre. Pre? Pre?
Yes.
So,
I wasn't sure if you get it.
I'm Shalene, and these guys are Vendertron
Welcome, sir or
I'm-
madam.
Sorry.
and Rick.
Hi.
I'm really glad to see you guys. Listeners, welcome. Welcome to everyone in the chat room, and welcome to everyone who's listening to the recording at home or while you're taking a walk or at work or whatever. This show.
You know what? Before we begin, let's just raise our glasses to Anthony Bourdain. A great talent has left our world. We will miss you.
Never order fish on Mondays.
Yes.
Never order fish on Mondays. Yeah, man, that hit me hard today.
Me too. Yeah. Bourdain was a big inspiration to me. I loved the way he wrote, and he contributed to the world, and he'll be missed.
Yep.
So.
Well, for those of you just tuning in, welcome. Happy Friday to you. Don't forget to hit that host button. It helps us get the channel out on Twitch here. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that follow button so you can get notifications of when we go live. Our Discord is public. You can access that via a link that we've tweeted out earlier. You can just send us a personal message. And if you're returning, welcome back.
Indeed. So guys, before we get into the show, we got a few things to mention. We got our vanity URL on YouTube.
Hey.
We were
you
anxiously
guys.
awaiting to get 100 subscribers on YouTube so we could get that. And you know what we got instead? We got 150 subscribers on YouTube.
Well, what?
Yeah. We were at
Wow.
150 before the show. Isn't that amazing? Thanks
Well,
for
I don't want to
subscribing,
brag
you
or
guys.
anything, but
That was really cool. So now you can find us at youtube.com/WeJustLoveGames instead of youtube.com/incomprehensible series of numbers and letters.
yes.
So guys, also tomorrow I am going to an Anthem demo at E3. There is still time to send in questions to info@wejustlovegames.com if you have any questions about Anthem you would like me to
Will
to
it be
ask.
good?
That is my first question, actually.
So people will just write in and then you'll ask the questions when you're there? Is that how you're going to do it, or?
Presumably, yes. I mean, assuming, of course, that I get a chance to speak with anyone that can answer questions. They might just hustle us in and hustle us out. I don't know.
Right.
I've never done an E3. I don't know how it works. Speaking of E3, guys, let's watch BE3 together. Let's watch the
Yes.
Bethesda showcase together.
Absolutely.
With our listeners, it's going to be amazing. We want to sit together as a family and watch the Bethesda showcase and see the glory that will be Fallout 76, we hope.
Oh, my Lanta.
So join us here at twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames on June 10th at 5:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. And we'll likely go live a bit earlier than they start.
Yeah.
So have your
Mhm.
notifications on for our
That's
Twitch
fine.
channel. Yeah.
You'll be joining us remotely.
I will be joining you live from E3.
Wow. What a thing to say, hey? So bougie. So bougie.
I mean,
It's a hotel room in
it
LA. I don't know if
sounds.
that's
I'm
really-
making it
Hey.
sound better than it is because I couldn't get into actual BE3, so I'll be watching it on Twitch from a hotel near E3.
But the hotel is pretty bougie. So, not
Yeah.
boozy,
I don't
bougie.
know.
I said
Probably it'll
bougie.
be that one too. I don't know.
Is that
We'll
Perrier?
see. We'll see how it goes. It's Pellegrino.
Oh, I've never
Actually,
had Pellegrino.
It's not as
Shillings.
good as Perrier,
Oh.
but it's what we had in the house. So
Then
Pellegrino it
hold
is. It's the
Oh,
best
you're-
fizzy water we had in the house.
I see you're already getting into fancy mode.
No, fizzy water is just better than normal water.
Shalene's going to wake up with a tiger in her hotel room. Some handsome, sexy pool boy sleeping on the floor.
Hello. That's all I can
Oh,
say
man.
because
Alejandro.
You guys are a trip. I'm
Okay,
just
wait a-
hoping. I'm just hoping that I don't get lost and like don't get mugged, and that's basically my goals. Don't get lost. Don't get
You'll be
mugged.
fine.
Uber is an amazing thing. It takes you from point A to the correct point B always.
Indeed.
Isn't it weird that their company's just called Super?
Yeah.
So,
You should get like Uber Black and just show up in like a Rolls Royce.
Das Uber.
hey Rick,
Das Uber Tuba. What?
would you like to read the 5-star review shoutouts today?
I would. General Anubis says, what can I say about America's favorite Night Scribe bot trio? The best gaming podcast out there. The best community. The best listener challenges, and by far the most knowledgeable when it comes to Fallout lore. And with a new Fallout on its way, you won't want to miss an episode. And that is right, General Anubis.
Wow.
Certainly know how to write a 5-star review.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and the next one is Korax Snag says, a delightful gaming podcast that goes charmingly off the rails at the drop of a hat. And I like how the constant theme of this show is things catching on fire, going off the rails, and hats.
I would like to point out to you guys that somebody had first of all, actually, let's just back up here. We have had amazing chemistry and dynamic in our Discord server of late.
I know, right?
It's been absolutely incredible. We really love all of the people washing in there. It's really awesome. Somebody had said in the Discord the other day that we should have a timer on the show counting the time that it takes for the show to catch fire. And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Fire
today
timer.
the show caught fire before we ever went live, but
So they're calling me out in the chat that Uber does not mean super. And I came up with the line, I know sprechen Dutch. And I feel like that should be in a movie somewhere. Just like, das sprechen Sie Deutsch? And I know sprechen Dutch.
wow.
Which it should have been in Incredible what is that movie?
Bastards.
Yes, that one.
What is
Inglorious
That's
Bastards.
the one. That's the one.
It should have been Natchez.
So how can people leave a 5-star review shout out?
Well, they just head on over to iTunes Tunes and find us on there by searching Gamestack or Gamestack Podcast and going to the review section and leaving us a 5-star review with text. We did get a few 5-star reviews that did not have text.
But they're still valuable to us.
They
Yes.
are amazingly valuable because they charted us.
Yes, we got charted
Yes,
They-
we did make the iTunes podcast charts this week.
for
I
the
think
second
that's- is
time,
that the
I might
first-
add.
Oh, is it the second time for Gamestack?
Yeah, in our initial launch, we were top 100 or top
Oh,
200.
nice.
Like
Well,
the trash compactor monster, we poke our eyeball up every once in a while in that little area. So
it was really fun, and thank you for making that happen for us, guys.
So yeah, that's how you can do that.
Yes, please do. It makes us happy. Helps the show grow. Helps the show grow,
Nice.
more importantly. So, guys, we have a podcast for you today. We're going to talk about some news. I don't know what kind of news because Rick did the news. We're
Oh,
going to
great.
talk about some gameplay. I've been playing Fallout 4. I don't know what the guys have been playing because I haven't even looked at the show notes. And we have some fantastic listener emails. I know they're good because I put them in. Rick, why don't you take it away with this news?
I'm going to take it away with the news. So, big shout out to Joseph Tao for helping us out with the news. And I want to do a quick recap of all the E3 leaks for this year that we have so far. Yeah, starting out with Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Odyssey.
which, again, I'm going to go back to the whole thing of they're probably pretty pissed. Whoever leaked that keychain.
So I would just like to point out that there seems to be a unusually high amount of leaks this year.
Yeah,
Yes.
unusually high amount of leaks.
E3 is leaking like a sieve.
There's like not even a sieve there, actually.
Looking like the Titanic when it meets an iceberg. And then from there on, we have Fortnite for Switch. That's coming.
Is that real?
That's a leak.
That makes
Let's see.
sense.
Epic Games has released Fortnite to every conceivable device except for toasters and this Nintendo Switch. Thanks to a leaked image, the latter appears to be getting a port of the popular Battle Royale game. as according to Game Informer. So there you go. I guess that's coming to Switch.
Wow.
Dragon Ball Fighters, or is it Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
I think
Which
it's
one is
Fighter Z, but I don't know. I don't follow the Dragon Ball.
It's coming to Switch. It's another game that appeared on the 4chan Nintendo leak. I knew nothing about. I don't really care about Dragon Ball. I know that kind of separates me from a bunch of listeners, but sorry. Rage 2, we knew about that one because it got leaked accidentally by old Canada there, and so
Hi there.
so they played into that, which was great. Are you guys excited for Rage 2? I know we happen to be fanboys and girls of Bethesda.
Well, I don't know. I really wanted to like the first Rage. It looked amazing. I was so excited, but it made me so motion sick I couldn't play it.
Really? Wait,
now
the
and
first
again,
one?
the first Rage. Now and again, a first-person shooter just makes me really queasy when I try to play it, and that was unplayable for me due to motion sickness. So I wanted to like it, but I couldn't. So we'll see.
I've never played it, so I can't comment, but it looks really good. And back in the day, I always wanted to play it, but
I'm excited for Rage 2 because I think it looks better than Rage 1. And Rage 1 didn't appeal to me. It kind of looked like a... I'm not a big cartoony looking gamer guy. It's weird. It kind of turns me off. So I was impressed that I liked Borderlands. And if anybody remembers the game 13 for the PlayStation 2 at least, it kind of had a comic book look to it. I actually like that one too. But anyway, Forza Horizon 4. Apparently, Microsoft has stated that Forza an annualized release. So if we get a new Horizon every year, then we should get a fourth one here. And a massive Walmart Canada leak. There was actually listed as Forza 5, or Forza Horizon 5. So I don't know.
I heard that it will be set in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I lost my interest in Forzas because I was more of a fan of the Gran Turismos.
Yeah, me too.
So
Forza
I thought
is pretty fun. I enjoy Forza.
It got too arcadey for me.
Yeah, I don't want my driving games to be like hyper realistic.
Oh.
I'd rather they be a little more chill.
I love going in and tweaking my camber and canter angles and brake bias adjusting.
Yeah, I will never do that. I never will.
No?
Never.
But you make your car do better.
Yes, I don't care.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's a leak. I don't even know what that's about, but that's on this list here. Do you get anything?
I just love the stern look this little Eevee has on its face in the picture here.
Yes.
It's adorable.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but I try not to pay attention to the leaks when they come out.
True.
Because I get a lot of enjoyment out of, seeing the big reveal. But that's just me.
Possible fake one, Star Fox Grand Prix. I, for one, was a big fan of Star Fox NES, the SNES, and 64's version. So hopefully
wait! You skipped the big headline here, Rick. Overcooked 2. Overcooked
I didn't think
was really fun. Everybody cares about Overcooked.
Well, see, this is why you need to be looking at the news too.
Overcooked is fun. Yeah, Overcooked 2. That would be fantastic.
So where was this leaked then?
I don't know.
4chan. Apparently, there's a big 4chan Nintendo leak.
Hmm.
And that had a lot of them there. So moving on from that weird game, Gears of War 5. That was on the Canada leak from Walmart. We might be seeing something from that. I know Shalene is probably excited.
I really like Gears of War, but I never finished 4.
It probably didn't matter because there was a reset button at the end.
Well, no, I finished 3. I know about your anger with 3.
It's stupid. It was dumb.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. Anyway, I love Judgment. Judgment is potentially my favorite one. I never finished 4 because my co-op partner moved. So.
Is that the one where you play as Baird, Judgment?
Yes.
Okay, I started it, never finished it. Did you ever play any of the Gears of War, Fender?
Nope.
Oh. My first initial introduction to that was when my wife, then girlfriend, was like, "You've got to try this game called Gears of War. You get to chainsaw things, blood flies on the screen." And I knew two things that day. I would love that game, and she would be my wife. Just Cause
I think
4.
that's what they call a meet cute.
Yeah.
How funny.
Just Cause 4 is apparently going to be a thing now. I was actually kind of surprised by that. Silence. Great. Good. I love when I just lead off.
I'm sorry, I'm just watching all of the amazing comments rolling into the
Me
chat
too.
room.
I just-
Our chat room, which is particularly lively this evening.
It is. It's a good
I don't think
despite not doing a let's play.
I don't think I've ever even watched a Just Cause game before. I know nothing about it.
It's still well and alive. The physics engine is what makes this thing great. Shalene, please go to subreddit Game Physics and just look for Just Cause 3 stuff. It's people putting like grappling hooks and rockets to cows and then attaching them to jets that are taking off.
Oh, I'm on board.
Oh, it's awesome.
That sounds pretty great.
You can get on top of cars and cars that are chasing you. You can grapple the grill of the car chasing you, then grapple the ground and then watch them flip. It's just so good. So I can't imagine what 4 is going to be like, what they're going to be, where they're going to be, and how that whole physics engine is going to increase in performance. So, Steam accidentally leaked that one. That's where that one got leaked on Steam. It was an advertisement. Splinter Cell.
What?
Yeah, well, Shalene apparently has been looking forward to this one, so they've been paying attention to her.
I really liked Conviction. And I feel like the world is ripe for a new quality Splinter Cell.
This one was part of that Walmart Canada leak too, but it's less for sure.
I hope it's real. I want a new Splinter Cell.
And then a recent domain listing for Devil May 5. Devil May 5.
Devil
That's what
May
they should call it.
5 Cry?
Devil May Cry 5. Suggest that might be coming back. I didn't play any of those either, so I've got nothing on that.
I played some of DMC, and it was pretty fun.
So they're just
Yeah,
talking about a
it was okay.
Goonies. They're just talking about Goonies in the chat.
I
I just need to point out that I would really, really love a Goonies indie game.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun. Just throwing it out there. Make it happen.
Well.
Someone. Rare.
Rare. No, they turned Sea of Thieves into like a Goonies DLC.
Yes.
We should play Sea of Thieves, guys.
Yeah.
So
we haven't gone shark hunting yet.
No, we haven't. And Joseph Tao's probably right. That license would probably be very expensive.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, that totally would be. Leave it to Joseph Tao to bring in the legal aspect.
Right, and
He's
then
so
like everyone
practical.
goes, "Okay."
He keeps us grounded.
That's his job.
He's the anchor to our kite.
Mm-hmm. The butter to our bread and the breath to our life. We love you, Joseph Tao.
Okay, that got a little weird at the end.
Yeah, I was. Oh, these plosives are killing me.
Let's talk about the PlayStation sale, eh?
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting there. I was trying to figure out how to segue into this, but it was not working. In keeping in tune with E3 spirit, PlayStation's Days of Play sale starts now, and you can pick up the limited edition blue, which I'm gonna call the unofficial Vault-Tec PlayStation color. Yeah,
Oh.
1 terabyte slim. You can get it for $299,
I'm scrolling, but you're not scrolling.
and then you can get the normal 1 terabyte gaming console for $349.99.
Oh.
12-month subscription to PlayStation Plus is $45, down from $60, and the white Glacier
Oh, that one's pretty.
is $50 off as well. The
Oh,
DualShock
I am getting one of
Black.
these fancy controllers.
Steel Black controller is $39.
I like the steel black, but the white would bug me because it would get marked, and then I would be like...
I left. I'm shopping for a PlayStation controller. I hope you guys didn't need that page up.
DualShock wireless controllers down $20, and Midnight Blue is also $40. The VR Skyrim VR bundle is down $100. It's now $250.
I wonder if I
And
have a Walmart account.
The Doom VFR bundle is down $100, also at $200. And their list just goes on. You get the sex toy looking Move controllers for $80. and you get the VR aim controller for $50. I mean, like, there's so many deals going on. So what you need to do right now is just check those out and head over to PlayStation and see what kind of deals you can get as E3 goes on. I got a feeling maybe new gear coming out. The reason they're discounting all this stuff.
I don't know,
Possibly.
but I've still got like quite a bit of PlayStation gaming to go through, and I guess I can't remember my Walmart password, so I'll have to do that later.
Anyway, can't believe you're going to go shopping on the
She's
podcast.
shopping. She's
Well, I
shopping.
was
right
thinking
now.
about getting
you remember that
another
you're sharing your
DualShock.
screen, right? We can see what you're doing.
Well, yeah, that's fine. The people can't see. I don't care if you guys see.
Vendor, you mentioned Goonies, right? You a fan of the 80s stuff?
Of course.
Well, then you were gonna love Generation Zero.
Really?
It's Avalanche Studios announces a new co-op shooter that is highly 80s based. So I'm gonna read a bit from this this little blurb here. So it's the studio announced that a new project called Generation Zero, an open world shooter set in an alternate version of 1980s Sweden. You take the role of a local local militia against an invasion of machines in the rural Swedish countryside. You can play solo or have 3 friends join you in a seamless 4-player co-op. Enemies in the world will be persistent, and the damage you inflict will stay on them. Whether you remove limbs or armor, if an enemy returns an hour or weeks later, those battle scars will still be visible. You can share loot, revive teammates, use guerrilla tactics to fight back, and eventually unravel the mystery behind the machine invasion. And it's built on the Apex engine. We'll have a day and night cycle, dynamic weather, simulated ballistics, complete AI, and an 80s soundtrack. It's pretty much like if Red Dawn and some other things met. Now, the reason this caught my eye, did I ever show you guys the Simon Stalenhag, the artist who...
Yes.
So
Yep.
this is pretty much like if you got into one of those paintings. This is exactly the motif of it.
Oh, wow.
And
That
I am
sounds cool.
so excited for this. He did not have anything to do with it. For those of you in the chat watching tonight or listening, please go look up Simon Stalenhag. It's SIMON STALENHAG. His art is so good. It's like derelict sci-fi machinery in like a 70s 80s setting. It's just absolutely beautiful. But he was not involved in it, but I'm sure that his stuff was highly influential. So check out that Generation Zero. Shalene, I've got some Red Dead Redemption news.
Oh, really? I love Red Dead Redemption news.
I don't know if you'll like this one. Red Dead Redemption 2 will have some sort of timed PlayStation exclusivity.
Really?
Oh, really?
Which, since you're a PlayStation person, that might not matter to you so much.
Well, I don't know. I've been trying to decide if I want to get it on PlayStation or Xbox.
Ooh.
And part of that was going to hinge on if you guys were interested in the multiplayer. Because, like, if I was going to have people to play the multiplayer with, then that might swing me toward purchasing it on PlayStation
Right.
instead of Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I mean, I would be interested in doing multiplayer with you guys. But PlayStation Exclusive came out and said, play select content on PlayStation 4, details to follow. And that was when they were talking about a bunch of bundles and pre-order bonuses. So it looks like this is going to be exclusive to PlayStation for a little bit. Sorry, Xbox guys. But I think that's a bit unfair nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just it's all business. It's business, and
No, but
Rockstar has worked hand in glove with Sony before, in
That's
the
true.
past. So, I don't
what
know.
I would do, what vendor?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
I was gonna say what I would do is I would do this exclusive thing, but then just to be cheeky, give Xbox players like a exclusive outfit or something for waiting.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it on both. I don't know.
They're talking about Red Dawn in the chat. The only thing, I mean, Red Dawn was great, but the only thing I think of when I think of Red Dawn is the Family Guy bit where like Peter Griffin is doing a solo show on stage and the very end of it is, "This has been a Red Dawn," and like I don't remember, like that's all I can remember of Red Dawn. That's all the news I had. Does anyone have anything to add?
I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
This is what happens when I do the news. It's lackluster.
No,
It
no,
was
it's
great news. You did a great job. Thank you.
Yes.
What
So
was
shall we
that
move-
face, Rick? I was being sincere. I couldn't do it. You did it. Thank you. What was that face?
I was just being silly.
Yes. Vendertron, what you
Yes,
been
dear.
playing?
You know what? I haven't been playing anything.
Okay.
So just skip right over me.
Well, I guess I will go since and give Rick's voice a little break.
Thank you.
It's hard to go straight from news into the gameplay. So let's go to Stockholm Syndrome, the segment of the podcast where I check on my EA stock.
Oh,
I forgot.
okay.
Okay, guys. Today, the EA stock is worth $137.87.
So it went up a bit.
It did
Yeah.
go up a bit.
Yeah.
My
$2,
total
wasn't it?
return is $20.39. So it's up about $2 from last week when we
That's
did
what
the
I thought.
podcast. So
Interesting.
and that has been Stockholm Syndrome for today.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you Grand Tour fans, the Helsinki syndrome.
Guys, I've been playing Fallout 4 because all this Fallout news got me in a Fallout state of mind.
Yeah.
And so I launched right into some Fallout 4. I booted up my Forrest Gump character on the PC, and it was some good times. I went ahead and I was thinking, like, man, I just, like, I wish I had some new content for Fallout. I just wish there was some new Fallout content. And I remembered the Tunnel Snake quest and how much I enjoyed the Tunnel Snake quest. And I thought, well, I'm gonna buy some of this Creation Club stuff. So I did, and I really, really enjoyed some of it. I got a Nuka-Cola one, Nuka-Cola Workshop, I think it was called. I got a donut one, a Slocum Joe's Donuts, and I got the Captain Cosmos one. Now, the donut quest was not a good quest. It was not a fun quest. So if you like building stuff with that, you know, if you want to build the donut shop, then it's a good one for you. But I did not really want to build the donut shop. I was in it more for the quest. It was less fun. You can build, you can craft coffee, which is fun, and like donut holes, and you know, you can craft consumables, and that's kind of fun. And the clothes were really cute too. I really liked the donut shop uniform. It was cute.
Of course you did.
You get a donut hat or the little white offset little paper
There was like a
cap.
visor, you know, like the. So that was pretty cute.
I got a question for Joseph Tao. Or anyone else in the chat, but I'm assuming he'll know. Why do they call them donut holes if they're... Like, is it WHOLES?
No, it's whole like HOLE.
Well,
Why?
here in
'Cause they're balls, man.
here,
But
here in,
it's-
no,
they're
no,
the
no, no,
hole
no, no,
from
no,
the
no,
donut.
no. Here in Canada, we call them Timbits. It's
we
very,
just chop off bits of Tim, eh? And
very important. They are not donut halls. They are Timbits. Joshy
Wow.
Neurotic can.
it's just because of Tim Burton's, Tim, what?
Yeah, they literally took the donut holes and called them Timbits, and now people don't even know what donut holes are here. They just call them
Wow.
Timbits.
That's really funny.
It's a real thing, you guys.
But
I'm gonna send you some Timbits.
But I get that like donuts have holes in them, but the little balls should not be called donut holes because they're freaking balls, man. Anyway, I'm done.
Wow.
Sure. Yeah, it is a little bit of a misnomer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or an antimer. I think that's what it is. Anyways.
Altimer?
So
No, I think that's a car.
I
I
also
think.
got the Nuka-Cola Workshop creation. And the quest for that was also not very good. But I learned that this one wasn't just workshop content. Guys, it came with a house. It came
You
with
finally got your house.
It came with player housing. Eleonora, who is a pretty esteemed modder, created this one. And it's wonderful. It's a really, really good player house. It's near Swan's Pond. and you can fast travel directly into your house. It's the bottom floor is like a little Nuka-Cola cafe. It's so cute. And upstairs there's a living area, a little apartment. There's some couches and a kitchen and a little bedroom, and it's so cute. And it fulfills that hole that Fallout 4 has had for me since the game launched, of having that pre-built, pre-decorated player housing. I have only a single complaint with that player house, and it's that it can't be like a clubhouse for all my companions. When you dismiss your companions, the Nuka-Cola house is not one of the options to send them to. So that made me pretty sad. I wanted to have it, stocked with all my companions. I wanted them all hanging out in there. But that said, I really like the Nuka-Cola house. It's very enjoyable. So it's good. And I also got the Captain Cosmos one. And that one was a really good quest. That quest line is, in my opinion, as good as any side quest from Fallout 4. Any of the small side quests from Fallout 4 is absolutely as good as like the Grognak quest or something. It was really good. Really enjoyed that little quest line. There were a bunch of terminals with fun writing, and there were characters and a storyline, and I really, really enjoyed it. That was a very fun little bit of DLC. It came with some fun stuff. There was a spacesuit that negates fall damage. So now, instead of having to find the elevator or walk down the stairs, you can just put on your spacesuit and jump off the roof of a house or a tall skyscraper, and you're fine. It's fine. Totally fine.
Do you float?
Unfortunately, no. No. And there is some special Captain Cosmos power armor that comes with this content. And I don't, me, I don't really care too much for the power armor in Fallout 4. But this was really cool looking power armor. I thought, okay, I'm going to take this home to my Nuka-Cola house and, have it as part of my collection. So I put on the Captain Cosmos power armor, and I'm walking home. It's really fun, just walking along, enjoying the scenery. Got Deacon, I got Dogmeat, we're having a good time. And we get attacked by raiders, because like you do. And as Forrest Gump, I have never worn power armor before. And let me tell you what, unarmed combat while wearing power armor is fantastic. Why have I not been doing this all along, you guys? It's so fun. Just, oh man, I'm used to being really squishy playing as Forrest Gump and having to run away a lot. But in this power armor, I was just unstoppable. I was just punching dudes, knocking their block off, and I had so much damage resistance. It was amazing. It was really fun. So if you haven't tried that, then I recommend an unarmed character, putting him in some power armor instead of just the postman suit. I also ran into a ghoul in Good Neighbor, that was wearing the same postman suit that I was, which was pretty funny. I took screenshots with him. I was like, one of us is going to have to change. It was really fun, though. That was really good. I've also been playing Detroit Become Human. I'm maybe 3 hours into Detroit Become Human. Highly recommend. It is the newest game from David Cage, Quantic Dream, the makers of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. And I really, really am enjoying Detroit. It's a story about androids and all of the social implications that would happen if androids were real. And I don't want to say too much because this is not a game you want to spoil. So I'm not going to do that. I will say that I'm very anxious the whole time that I am playing this game, because I'm so afraid I'm going to get everybody killed. I don't want to make bad decisions. 15 minutes into the game, I got a character killed. I had to restart the game because it was not acceptable to me to lose this character. My favorite playable character is Connor. I really like him. He's a perfect cinnamon roll, and I love him. And and I do have another story about Detroit that's really funny. I had played a couple nights ago, and then the next night I had a few minutes before bed. I was like, okay, I'm going to play a few minutes of Detroit, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I boot up the PlayStation, and the game had kicked me back to the main menu instead of starting me up right where I had been. So I'm going to click continue. And on the main menu is one of the androids. And imagine like the host at Westworld that takes you to the wardrobe room. You know, basically this android is serving that purpose. And it's a little spooky because she looks just like a lady I work with. But anyways, this lady turns to me, the synth from the main menu turns to me and says, "You were up late last night playing. I hope you weren't too tired today."
That is so creepy.
And I was so spooked. I was so spooked, you guys. It was definitely made me feel a little creeped out, but
A little bit of AI going on there.
Very good game. And I'm looking forward very soon to playing Vampire from Don't Nod, the makers of Life is Strange. I'm very excited for that game. I've been waiting for it. I've been highly anticipating it.
Is that another episodic?
It's not episodic. I believe it's slightly open world. But basically,
interesting.
You play as a character who has become a vampire. It's in like Victorian England, I believe, Victorian London. And basically you have to make decisions. Like, am I going to eat this guy? You know, am I going to suffer and not eat? You know, as a vampire, are you going to kill people? And who you kill affects the world. It looks very interesting to me. Very interesting. And I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Neato.
I would really hate to see a vegan get bit by a vampire.
The vampire would be like, oh, God.
Oh,
what is this?
Or it's just like, well, what can the vegan eat then?
Yeah.
I feel like I would, if I...
Blood oranges.
No offense to anybody who's vegan.
No. That's just the way my mind works. But I was thinking, like, as you were talking about the vampire game, like, you know, they would be like, okay, Rick, you're auditioning for the lead voice of the vampire. All right, go. And then I would just be like, want to suck it. Next. Like, because that's all I would do.
Okay, guys. Were you going to read the chat?
No, go ahead, Shalene.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Joseph Tao in the chat posts. So, the best info I can find right now is that donut holes originate from the idea that removing the center portion of the dough would allow it to cook more evenly. Rather than reforming the dough into new donuts, they would just drop it into the fryer and sell a small spherical round ball on the side as a novelty to sell to customers. Thank you, Joseph, for researching that.
I will confess that Timbits are a common item in meetings here.
Oh, yeah, here too. Why is that donuts? Like, they're so like...
Because they're cheap. They're cheap and they're delicious.
They are very delicious. I have a hard time denying a donut.
So when I was in Phoenix in April, I had Dunkin' Donuts for the first time. It wasn't that good.
Yeah,
No,
they're
they're
not
not.
the best.
So quick, no, this is not donut story time. Yeah,
Donuts off the...
Krispy Kreme's really good, but Dunkin' Donuts is not very good.
Anyway,
so this week I've been playing a lot of Fallout 3, and it's by far my favorite. It's super fun. It's awesome. What? Did I do something wrong?
no, nothing.
I have this fear of when I start talking that I've like accidentally cut someone off.
No, stay focused. Stay focused.
What happened? Oh, the Discord? Anyway.
Look at I've got it up.
Just take a break, guys. Take a intermission. No, I had a lot of crashing issues when I booted up Fallout 3. Even though I modified the INI file, it was still crashing a lot. So I did a deep dive on Sean Aiken, stay on target. Um,
Oh my gosh, what are we going to put for the descriptor for the show? Tonight we talked about donuts.
in the middle of the show description, never mind.
Somewhere in the show there's a hole
Somewhere in the show,
in our show notes.
somewhere in the show, there's gonna be a show. I might break out the editing software the first time ever.
So you're playing Fallout 3.
And it's crashing all the time. So I do a deep dive and figure out that it's best to, a little word of advice, disable and completely remove the Microsoft Live thing, modify the INI file, and also turn off all the autosave functions because that can cause corruption in that, and download the unofficial patch from Nexus Mod. So I did all that, and it's been completely solid. I have not had a single crash since I did all that. And for Fallout 3 to not have a single crash, that's kind of strange because like I'm used to Fallout 3 crashing. So played for about 13 hours, and I found 2 Keller tapes.
Yay!
So far.
This is going to be
one.
the time. This run through. This is going to be the
run-through.
time you're going to find all the Keller tapes. Nobody spoiled the Keller tapes
No,
for
nobody
Rick.
spoiled the Keller tapes. I've been trying to do this without any sort of hinting and that sort of thing. So I found something I've never seen before. I was in, it might have been Falls Church Metro, or it's a metro that's really far, either east or south. I can't remember. But in this metro area, in the, Capital Wasteland area, you find an office building. It's a building called Office Building. And in the back room, there's a couple super mutants in it, but in the back room, there's a very hard locked door, and I see a green tick on my compass. I'm like, what is back there behind this very hard locked door? Terminal. No. I'm not going to use terminal. I'm going to place a marker. I'm going to be good. Terminal. No terminal. I'm going to place a marker, and now I'll be back. So I went and I leveled up a bit, got my lockpick all the way up to 100 just to find out what's behind that stupid freaking door. And I open it up, and it's a Brotherhood of Steel soldier. And he's like, oh, thank goodness you found me.
Right.
Captain Haas must have sent you. And I was like, I've never met Mr. Haas in my life, but sure, yeah, let's go.
I don't remember that.
And we go out, and there's a Brotherhood of Steel guy standing out in the courtyard, and he's like, thank you for finding my soldier. And so, yeah, like I'd never seen that before. And I was like, it's amazing. Like this game is how many years old, and I'm still finding stuff. This game wasn't even developed to run on a multi-core PC, and I'm still finding new things. And so it's been super, super fun to play it. And I got the alien rifle, or the alien pistol. I saw the thing fly over my head, and the gun landed right in front of me. I didn't have to send dog meat after. Yeah, I didn't have to send dog meat after it this time.
You know what that all really reminds me of is that Keeley video I made. Do you remember that, Shalene?
Yes, the Keeley video that got
Oh my
like 5,000 views.
So I made this Fallout New Vegas video walkthrough series, which I have yet to finish actually. But it's about 70 some videos. I put a lot of work into it, a lot of editing. And each video has like maybe 15, 20 views, except for this Fallout New Vegas episode 63 Finding Keeley, and it has 4,982 views.
That is awesome.
So funny.
I'll put the
So
link in
funny
the chat.
that one video did so well.
It's so weird, right? Anyways, that's my claim to success. It's the only thing I have going for me.
It might be Freedom Street. I don't remember which one it is. Someone was asking in the chat. I really don't remember which one it is. I'll have to look. But anyway, so
What else you been playing?
Yeah.
I have also been playing Far Cry 5.
Ooh.
And how's that?
I can't remember if I talked about this or not on the last show, but I really like Justified, and I was like, what game is like Justified? And it was Far Cry 5. You're literally a detective in rural America. So I was like, yay, I get to be Raylan Givens, but there's no good like suits with cowboy hat look. So anyway, it's fun actually. It's difficult at times. If you let the enemies get the jump on you, you die very quickly. And yeah, somebody told me today that it's like gaming candy. All the missions are little bite-sized hunks, and they're visceral, and they feel good when you complete them, and they're not too long. And there's no real, if you set off the alarm, it just means you get more bad guys to kill. The game doesn't feel like it penalizes you for not being stealthy.
Mhm.
And the story mission's really weird. The story missions can go like, you don't go do story missions. You don't. The way that the story missions work, at least at my point right now, is assassin teams come at you and shoot you with a bullet, and they capture you, and then you get captured, and a story mission ensues. That's how the story progresses.
Huh.
And it's really weird. It's just an interesting thing. And also, if you've played Far Cry 4, maybe in 3, you always had to climb up these radio towers and unlock little areas. And at the very beginning of Far Cry 5, you climb a radio tower, and the guy's like, "Don't worry, you won't have to do this for the rest of the time you're here." like just acknowledging this, you don't have to do that. The shooting is fun. The driving is great. The cars are fun. You can shoot while driving, which I think was something new. I didn't play 4. I don't believe you can shoot while driving in Primal. Yeah, Far Cry 5 is a lot of fun. It's just fun. I did, however, get a really crazy glitch. Now, I have Boomer with me. You give him belly rubs to make him feel better.
I love Boomer.
And just like dog meat, I'm trying to get through a door, and he's like, "Hi, master." And you can't get through. So apparently it's just dogs or dicks. Anyway, so I have Boomer with me, and I'm gonna go hunting, and I see a deer laying in a meadow, and I was like, "Get him, boy, get him!" And he runs over, and I guess he goosed the deer, because the deer shot up straight in the air about 30 feet. And I was like, well, that was very interesting.
That's like that game. What's that game with all the glitches?
Fallout 1, 2, 3.
No. It just recently came out. Amazing graphics.
PUBG?
Far Cry
No.
5.
Far Cry 5. Thank you.
That's what I've been talking about.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's the game he's talking about right now.
I thought you were talking about Fallout. Oh my gosh. You're talking about dogs and blocking doors. I see the connection.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I did say that
This podcast, guys, this podcast.
I did say that Boomer is just like dog meat, so that maybe that's where you got me thrown. But
That's where you got me thrown.
I haven't had many of the glitches that I've seen on the subreddit of Game Physics. I know I promote that a lot. It's the best subreddit out there. But yeah, I've been playing Far Cry 5 and then Fallout 3, and I can't think of I think that's all I've been playing. Oh, I forgot to tell you something that happened in Fallout 3. So you can't alt-tab out of Fallout 3 because it will break the game. It won't load back if you alt-tab back. So I forgot about this after playing for about 2 hours, and there's no autosave function, and I didn't manually save, and I auto-tabbed out, and I went, sugar daddy.
Oh no.
So I lost, I traveled from GNR all the way to the mall.
Oh no.
Ouch.
All gone. And I was like, It was my own stupid fault, because in order to make this work, either you quick save, which I forgot to quick save, because I've been trying to make it a habit to just go into the menu and hit new save to keep
Right.
That was a freaking bummer. So yeah, that's all I've been playing, those 2 games. And tonight I'll probably be either doing some with you guys or playing.
I think we should definitely have some us time later on. Play some video games. So, if the listeners want to play some video games, do we maybe have a solution for that?
We certainly do. We like to give away free video games almost on every single podcast of Gamestack podcast right here, and We Just Love Games. And tonight we are giving away 3 games, the first of which is called Mirage Arcane Warfare. It is a multiplayer action game developed by Torn Banner Studios. It launched on Windows PC in May 2017, but it shut down about a year later, which is kind of strange. It's played from a first-person's perspective. Combat is melee-focused with magical abilities. Players can choose from 6 different classes, characters, archetypes that have different abilities and skills. The game features a deathmatch and objective-based game modes like Capture the Flag, Capture Points, and Payload. The winner of Mirage Arcane Warfare is Cooney.
Yay.
Congratulations, Cooney. We will
And-
connect with
Awesome.
you after the show.
What do people have to do to win a game if they want to win a game?
All you got to do to win a game is either join the Discord server, because we pull from that list, and you can message any one of us, or you can search our Twitter profile. I think we have the link in there, don't we?
I don't think we do yet. I haven't put it in since I need to update our pinned tweets. I'm sorry, guys.
We will make sure that we do that for you guys.
Yeah.
Or you can just hang out right here and chat when we're live every 14 days and 13 nights.
Splendid.
I have an announcement.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I have a game to give away soon.
Okay.
Ooh.
Soon
Yeah.
as in like on tonight's show? Or?
No. I just want to keep people salivating. We're going to give this away next episode. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
What are we
okay.
giving
It's
away?
actually kind of a big one. It's kind of a big one.
Do tell.
Thank you to our lovely listener, Will. He donated a copy of Ukulele for the PC.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
it's a
Thank you,
spiritual-
Will.
I need to win this. I need
It's a
to win
spirit-
this.
We can't. We can't. It's like
I
radio.
know.
You
Should
can't
we
poop
give
where
that
you sleep.
away in a different way, maybe?
I'll just
Instead of just
Yeah, I
drawing?
just wanted to let people know that we're going to give it away next episode. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we'll
uh,
have to come up with something fun to do.
Yeah,
that, maybe.
and that's really awesome. So thank you so much to Will for donating that. And he was saying it's like a spiritual successor to Banjo Kazooie. I adore the Banjo games. Well, Banjo Kazooie and Tooie. So that'll be next episode. I just want to wet everyone's palates.
Fantastic. Well, I've got two other games that I want to give away tonight. The second one.
More.
The
But
second
wait.
one.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. The second one is FEX, Forced Evolution Experiment. In FEX, you are a failed experiment in a facility. Story of my life. You're in a facility where they manipulate human DNA in order to stop the aging process. You're able to grow old at will, but you can't reverse the process. Get out before your time runs out, or you get caught. Developer and publisher Non-Fictional Games, and that game winner is Commander Root, who is in the chat live with us right now.
Yay,
So we will connect with you after the show.
Awesome.
And the last game we're giving away tonight on the show is called Wasted Pizza, which looks so
That
much.
is a party fail.
It looks crazy. It's an online multiplayer shooter game where you will be playing as an untouched pizza in a room full of all the other pizzas. But be aware, you aren't the only untouched pizza out there. Your mission is hiding amongst the other pizzas. Spot and shoot tomatoes on the other untouched pizzas. This is interesting. Developer publisher is Supine, I believe. The game released October 2017, and it has 16 reviews, mostly negative.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're sorry to whoever wins this. Hopefully you find enjoyment
I
in it.
think you should post screenshots of the untouched pizza.
The winner of this game is Virgo Pros.
Hey,
who's also
Yay.
in the chat with us this evening. so
Congrats. I hope
congratulations, guys.
Hope you send us screenshots of this game that's possibly terrible. It's gonna be amazing. So
And
guys,
remember, folks, don't waste pizza.
indeed, that's
It's
criminal.
sacrilege.
Criminal. So last week's Gamestack challenge was, what is your favorite thing that they showed at E3? But then we had another podcast before E3, so we'll just roll that one on over.
It's just a recap.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll
just to
roll that
recap.
on over. And next time, tell us what your favorite thing from E3 was.
We're gonna be like Beethoven.
Indeed.
What?
I don't even know. I just can't.
Shall we read some listener emails?
Let's go into listener emails.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna read this first one.
John Bits. That just sounds worse than Tim Bits.
Okay, this one
Sean
comes
Aiken
from
style.
listener Mousetrap, who is among us in the chat room. So recently, I bought Far Cry 5. As a newcomer to the series, I love it, and I have been spending extensive amounts of time in the game. So a favorite pastime of mine in-game is fishing. Yes, fishing. I love to run around or drive to the nearest lake or pond in between missions and cast a line or two and catch some Magikarp. Although lately it's been hard to do so. Every time I try to go fishing, a fighter pilot shows up and tries to kill me by staffing me? Strafing, maybe?
Wait, what?
It says staffing, but I think maybe he means strafing.
Oh, yeah. Strafing. Yep. Because those pilots are jerks.
So I said, screw him, and bought an RPG and some shells, and I killed him. Then another, and another. Then finally another one showed up, and I groaned in frustration and went beneath a bridge to continue my fishing, safe from the bullets from above. I love that. He's just sitting under the bridge fishing while the helicopter shoots at him. That's really funny. That was my story for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, with that out of the way, I would like your opinion on something. I'm not sure about Rick or Vindy, but
Whoa. He wants your opinion, and he's not sure about me.
yeah.
Well, nobody's ever really sure about
Well,
you.
let's finish because it's going to be funny. There's a twist. But I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying Shalene's played some of the Far Cry series. I was wondering what she'd think of survival mode option on Far Cry 5. Well, Mousetrap, I've never played Far Cry, but Rick has.
I was literally talking to someone today about how much we all were looking forward to Far Cry Primal and how big of a flop that kind of was.
Yeah.
And me and this other video game nut were like, if it was more survival based, Primal would have been great. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, Far Cry 5 is more like 80s action shooter, especially Blood Diamond or whatever that was.
Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon was close. I think survival would work well in Primal. I don't know if it would fit the motif of Far Cry 5 because you die easy already, and it's more of a run-gun action shooter. That being said, it would be interesting to see what that would be like.
Indeed. So this next email comes from Kevin. This one was from, do you remember a few episodes when we did the 4 games that influenced us? The list of the 4 games? Okay, this was Kevin's list.
Oh, okay.
Kevin writes, as hard as it is not to add an Elder Scrolls or Fallout game, I won't because they fit into where I already was as a gamer. So, number 1, Legend of Zelda, Nintendo. Number 2, Nom, Shell-Shocked, Xbox.
Forgot about that game.
Number 3, EverQuest Online for the PS2. And number 4, Eternal Darkness for GameCube.
Nice.
We were having a chat in Discord a couple days ago about how good every single soundtrack from like a Vietnam movie or Vietnam game is.
So
and
good.
Shell-Shocked was no exception. That game was awesome. And that was the first, I think, Vietnam game I ever played. And to me, it was like jarring.
Mm-hmm. I think the best soundtrack in any game ever might be Mafia 3, which I kind of qualify as a Vietnam game.
Yeah,
Sort of
it's that
Vietnam
era.
game.
That era of
Yeah.
music is just so good.
Really,
Love
really
it,
good.
right? Love it.
Yeah, that's a good list.
Indeed.
Eternal Darkness. I'm so glad someone pointed that out. That game, like you mentioned the synth messed with you.
Yes.
That game, it's a survival horror that messes with you. Like a friend of mine was saying that he was running down a hallway and his arm fell off and then his other arm fell off. Like in the game, and his character just fell apart and then it like reloaded back to where he was. Or one time he booted the game up and all of his saves were deleted and he was like freaking out and then they came up. Or like the controller would stop working in the middle of a boss battle.
Wow.
Like it was based on your sanity meter, much like in Amnesia. I just forgot the title. Your sanity affects your vision. Well, this affected your gameplay. Like it screwed with you.
I don't think I could handle that.
Goodness.
Oh, man, I forgot about that game. I never got to play it. I've only like watched it and like heard about it.
I would really like to see a lot of these old games remastered into VR.
This was
I would
again
die. I would have a heart attack and die.
It would be amazing to play Legend of Zelda from N64 on VR.
Keel 116 says, yes, that game told me all my data was corrupt. You know, I was literally also talking with this about someone with remakes and stuff like that, and we were talking about games that didn't quite make the cut of holding up. And I don't know if you guys have any games that you went back and played and they just didn't hold up, but one of my games that I loved when it was out was Star Wars Shadows of the Empire on the N64.
Oh, really?
One of the best Star Wars games for for the N64, hands down. And you go back and look at it today, woo, it's bad. It's really bad.
A lot of games from that era just aren't what they were.
Banjo-Kazooie holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
But like a lot of them do not. But do you guys have any ones that like you went back and you're like, I cannot wait to play this, and you start it and you're like, this was a bad idea?
Super Mario Kart.
What?
Super Mario Kart
It's
is not as fun to play as I remember it being.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it didn't
that
age
game
well.
wrecked my life. I just like played hours and hours
I
and hours.
played so much Super Mario Kart back in the day. And I got my Super NES Mini, and I was like, yes, I'm going to play so much Super Mario Kart. And I plugged it in, and I was like, wow, this is a bad game.
I particularly love the battles with the balloons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's my favorite. My cousin and I would we would play the block, the block arena,
Yes.
and we would just drive around and get as many of the question boxes as we could to get the green shells, and we would just launch them.
Just-
And there'd just be green shells just everywhere. And then we would go up top and we would just keep launching shells, and then we would both go down to the bottom ground level, and whoever died first won or lost. But yeah. It's
yeah,
the
there's
best.
a lot of games there's a lot of games that didn't age well. But I was trying to think of another one that I'd recently tried and it did not age very well, and I cannot remember. Oh, Jet Force Gemini. Loved that game for the Nintendo 64. It trolled you though. So you know how like in games there's things that you can collect?
Yeah.
Well, in Jet Force Gemini, each level had these little bears, cute little bears, called tribals. And the bug army was taking over all of them and taking them as slaves.
Oh,
and
no.
you had to free them. But the thing is, they could die. You could accidentally shoot one in a firefight, and their heads would fly off, their arms would fly
Oh,
off.
no.
Or the enemies would kill them too. If they shot rockets near you, they would blow up. And so you couldn't collect them, but when you ran over them, they would disappear or whatever. So you get through all these levels, collect as many tribals as you can, because they're just collectibles. They're basically like you can save as many as you'd like. They're just collectibles or whatever. And so I get through all the levels. I beat the last boss, and before he dies, he gets into a rocket and flies away. And I'm like, what was that? I just went through this entire game, and he flies away, and this grand tribal comes out, and this grand tribal's like, so, I see you got away. And I was like, yeah, he got away. And tribal goes, well, I know where he's at. Well, where's he at? Well, he's on a planet. And you need a rocket to get there. Well, okay. Well, where can I find a rocket? Well, I got the rocket. Well, okay, sir, can I use your rocket to get to the planet to kill this guy? Sure, you can use my rocket after you go back through every single level and collect 100% of all the tribals that exist in the game.
Wow.
And it was like it was like, you mean I have to go through every level and collect every coin to get the princess? Essentially, that was exactly what happened. And you had to start at the beginning and redo all the levels, making sure you found all the tribals. And you know what? I did it.
Wow.
I loved that game, but it does not hold up.
That is harsh.
It was like...
That is harsh.
It was the worst troll ever. But yeah, so that game was just something else.
Wow.
Rare. It was a rare game.
Wow. So, guys, do you think E3, it's E3 Eve, tomorrow the press conferences start. Do you think, we talked about a whole bunch of leaks. Do you think, guys, that we are going to get some surprises?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Especially-
Oh yeah. I hope. I don't know what they are. I have no speculations, but I hope that they are jaw-dropping. I'm very
Yes.
excited.
The little vault boy behind your chair looks like it's like troll facing us. a
He's
little
just
bit.
like peeking out
Yeah,
over
he's like Wilson from Tool Time.
talking
ho
over
there,
the
neighbor.
fence. Oh goodness.
I think Bethesda's one of the few that are going to give us some bomb drops, and it's going to be like, this is the BE3 we wanted last year, but I'm glad we waited till this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Mhm.
I think that we had a lot of pre-E3 announcements to sort of clear the way for all the amazing things we're still going to see at E3. I think it's going to be big. I'm so
Mhm.
excited. So excited. Leaving in the morning.
What's your
Really excited.
what's your schedule going to be like? What are you going to be doing there?
Not much, actually. Not much. I've got the EA thing on Saturday, and I've got the Microsoft thing on Sunday. And then I'm hanging out with you guys Sunday night. Then I'm coming home. So
Cool.
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Trying to make that sound a little bit more robust than it was, but
It's
thank
not.
you.
Yeah,
you're
it's
down.
not.
You're gonna have a great time.
You are going to have a great
I'm
time.
very excited. Very excited.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not that big a deal. Like, I'm excited, but it's
It
not
is a
that
big
big
deal. You're going to E3.
Yeah. Next year
It's a big
maybe
deal.
I'll try and go to the whole thing instead of just a little bit of it. But
And let's not forget, Microsoft invited you.
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
So quit making
Yeah.
this seem smaller than it is.
Yeah, it is pretty cool that I did get invited to the Internet Mom asks what hotel I'm staying in, and I'm not going
Would
to
you-
say.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't
let's not
say that.
disclose
Don't say
one.
that on the air.
I'm
Here's
not
my
going to
address
say. I'm
and
not
my
going to say
scheduled
that.
times
She's
and my
I'll
staying
just-
at the Holiday Inn
I'm
Express.
staying in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Staying
the Los
in
Angeles.
Yeah, that's after I get back, I'll tell you about it. But I don't want to get mugged. So
Speaking,
Or like-
that's my 2 goals, guys. Don't get lost. Don't get mugged. That's it.
speaking of vacations, you guys, I have some unfortunate news, but I will not be here next week.
What?
Yes, I am flying to England. Da, 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 da.
Why are you flying to those guys?
I have a conference that I have to present at, which I'm
awesome.
actually really excited for. I'm going to be in Oxford.
Yes. It's a pretty big deal, guys.
ooh,
Now who's trying to make it sound modest? It's a pretty big deal. This conference that Vendor is going to speak at. It's a pretty big deal.
It's not. But the conference is only for 2 days, and then I'm staying in Oxford for a week, and then I'm off to Spain to stay in the country at a spa resort, and then I'm back in England, in London, for the last week to go to Wimbledon, and I'm very excited. And for all of you listeners who have Mini Coopers, I will be doing a tour of the mini plant in Oxford while I'm there.
Jelly.
So I'm very excited about that. I wish I could take some pictures for you guys, but that is strictly prohibited. So I can take pictures. They have like a museum, so I'll take pictures of that. But you can't take pictures of like the production line or anything like that. So
I have a boring life.
ZOMG at Stasia says that we should name the podcast Conference Stack.
yeah, because it's literally just Shalene and I going
Yeah.
to conference.
That's our lives. That's our lives.
No. God.
Well,
Okay, guys.
congratulations to you both. I will just be going to work and coming home, and then going to work and coming home, and then going to work and coming home.
Well, I
Five times.
just wanted to tell you in terms of timelines. So I fly out June 15, and I think the June 15 is going to be a Let's Play, possibly. And then our next actual
Yes.
Gamestack podcast will be June 22nd.
Yes.
So I'm going to miss that one, and then I'll miss the next Let's Play on the 29th. But I will be back for our second, which I think will be episode 20,
Wow.
podcast on July 6th.
You've lost me now, but yeah, sure, great.
So I will be back July 6th. I will see you
Guys,
guys.
can you believe we
July
actually
6th.
got a podcast to episode 20?
Absolutely.
Goodness.
And
We better
and-
start planning the end. I mean,
no, there's no. We're just
Don't
getting
say
started.
that.
We are
It's
just getting
like-
I
started.
am
Yes,
kidding.
what?
I am
What?
kidding. We're trying to never ever end this one.
And can you believe the traction that we have gained in the last month?
I know, it's almost like people like
It's
Fallout
unreal.
or something. I don't know.
It's unreal. We
It's-
we love you guys. We love all of our listeners, all of those people who are here live, all those people who listen after the show is published, all the people in the Discord. We love you. We love your support.
Except
You're amazing
you.
people.
Except you. You know who you are. Except you.
What?
Not you. You know who you are.
That's harsh. We love everyone.
We love everyone. We love our community, and we're like a big family.
We love
Um,
everyone quasi equally. So
Yeah, and one of the things we said, like the three of us kind of agreed on, because we said, what are we gonna do? What's our show gonna be about? And we were like, it's gonna be about the people that listen. we are going to just make it about the community. And that's why we just love games. So, yeah.
It is exactly why. I mean, we've had conversations about that this week of how meta our name is.
It's so meta. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Guys, you have anything else that you would like to chat about? Everybody's sad in the chat. I was kidding, you guys. We love all of you. There is
It's
no
not
singled
over.
out one who
Don't-
is not loved.
Don't feel bad. Chili Moose said it's me, and I was like, it is
Yep,
Chili
it's
Moose.
him.
There's too many, because we always call us the Moose Knuckles, and I was like, too many nubbles. I mean, knuckles.
Nubbles.
Which is worse than knuckles.
Oh my gosh.
Nubbles.
Well, you know, if it's not good, if
Well.
it's not good, it's not the end, and we can always guarantee you a trash fire. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere.
Did you just say if it's not good, it's the end?
I said if it's not good, it's not the end.
Oh. I was like, is that some like... Never
Ooh,
mind. Double
what a
negative
podcast,
statement.
guys. So, you can email us just like Mousetrap and Kevin did at info@wejustlovegames.com. Your emails are a very important part of providing some amazing content for our show. You know, we love it when you write in and give us things to talk about and ask us questions and share lemonade recipes. So send those to info@wejustlovegames.com. If you are a Twitter user, that is probably our most used social platform, actually.
Mm-hmm.
We're We Just Love Games on Twitter. I'm Shalene L, SHALINEL. Rick is Rick McVick. Vendortron is Vendortron N. If you're a Facebook user, we're on there too. Facebook.com/We Just Love Games. We have a group, Facebook.com/groups/We Just Love Games. Shout out to Jeff Laser who keeps that group going. He's the life of that group. He posts a lot. Very, very good guy. Always posting very good questions and discussion prompts. Our Discord, I will get that link posted. So that you guys can join the Discord. We record this show live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/We Just Love Games, and you should all join us Sunday, June the 10th for Bethesda's E3 showcase, 5:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll probably start that a little bit before they start the showcase, so that we can have some time to chat and share the anticipation.
If you subscribe to the Twitch channel, you will get an alert when we go live. So do that so you don't miss a stream.
Indeed, I will be either trying to gate crash BE3, or I will be there at Twitch with you guys.
Sweet talk the bodyguards at the front.
I told you the tactic you need to use.
Yes, it was a good tactic. You can
Is
also
it- Nothing. Never
no,
mind.
that's not the
Continue.
tactic. That is not the tactic.
Maybe it's
YouTube
a tac, not a tactic.
youtube.com/We Just Love Games. That's where you can find our video content, our video archives. We're on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio. How about the other one? What is it? Spotify?
I was just looking at Spotify. We're not on there yet. I'm going to be looking at that.
We're
this
not
week,
on
figuring out
Spotify, so
why.
sorry, dudes. Thanks for listening. We love you. We love you guys. Do you guys have anything else to say?
No, just don't miss our BE3 stream. That'll be this Sunday. Don't miss that. It's going to be awesome, so we can all share in the joy of whatever in the world Vault 70 or Fallout 76 is, and whatever Vault 76 is, and what else may be in store from Bethesda. Maybe we'll get a sci-fi western game.
Maybe.
We will be showing the Bethesda E3 stream live on the video here on
Yes.
Twitch.
So we can all watch it together.
So we can all watch it together. So if you are listening and you're a regular listener and you want to watch that with us, try to tune in live if you can. Shalene will be calling in from LA, and Rick and I will be here in the studio.
Indeed. Thank you for sticking with us through this trash fire of a podcast. We love ya. We love games. Goodbye.